did an audition from a guy from Washington, D.C., and they made me feel pretty special that they flew this guy all the way in to audition me, and I passed with flying colors, and they let me. It was a very high honor to be able to be to be offered a position in the Marine Corps band field as a percussionist. So. Well, I think before I went in, I've always had a strong drive and ambition and passion for music, but I guess what it allowed me was to spend time with one of the coolest things, I guess, for me as a drummer is to meet drummers from all over the country, just incredible musicians, and learn from others, and to see where I kind of stood as far as my ability, maybe from a technical standpoint. But the Armed Forces School of Music includes all Marine musicians, all Navy musicians, and all Army musicians. They all attend that school. There is not, Air Force does not go to that school, or I'm not sure about the Coast Guard if they have musicians, but that was one thing that I guess I learned from other musicians, but we took private lessons. I think it was probably weekly, and we pretty much could practice. I'd have a practice room to myself, and if I wanted to, I could practice. Some days up to 9 hours if I wanted to. Helped me immensely. That was actually probably one of the driving factors why I did in this. Besides the having the honor to make the audition, was I was very concerned about my future. And at that time, I didn't really have much guidance. I didn't know how to go to college, or how I didn't come from a wealthy family or anything like that. So the GI Bill at the time would pay for my schooling. So I guess the GI Bill helped me as far as college. I did not accrue any debt at all between that and gigging and performing. Paid off all my college. And also, if I had any medical problems, I could always go to the VA. So in that respect, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, it helped pay for my schooling, and I think even maybe some of my master's degree. Yeah, I think if you don't know what you want or do with your life, you don't know what it could be a great place to try to get your act together. For some people, I think it's a really good thing. For other people, I don't mean to be wishy-washy, let me think. For me, when I went in there, I had a goal, I had a focus, and I always stayed to it. I was disciplined enough to know that music was my thing, and this is a great opportunity to better myself in this period of time. And I knew that college was in my future. And so that, again, was a reason why I was doing it, to pursue higher education, but also to get much better as a musician. Something that paid me to play, and offer me the time to practice and better myself on my craft. Yeah. So I think it is a really good decision for people that have a goal in mind. Yes. Maybe somebody wants to be like a policeman or something like that, or be in security. If they went in as an MP or something like that, it might be a really good thing. Or mechanic. I mean, I think the training is probably second to none, immensely. At the School of Music in Norfolk, Virginia, there were players from New York, California, Chicago, everywhere, North Dakota. So it gave me a good idea of like what other people were listening to and were doing in music, and was I don't know, always highly motivated to get better.